100-kilometre gale force winds outside and doesn't stop this bloke from riding his bike into the studio. Welcome back, Josh.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, I put the bike up in the holster today just because, you know what, it is a bit scary out there. But yeah, I wouldn't miss
sometimes
this.
when I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride it now.
You've had to put up with that
He
this week, Danny.
continues to sing on air knowing someone's just going to grab that audio and play it back all the time.
How are you, Josh? Missed you.
Yeah, good. It's been good. Yeah, bit busy. Couple of things on this week, which we'll get to in a second. Got Adelaide Crows. They reached out. They want to make a video on Saturday, so catching up with them. Hopefully it doesn't
that's good.
help them
Can you
over
get
the West
Big
Coast.
Texan on?
Someone tells me they won't give me text, but yeah, we don't have to go into that. But as new co-host, Danny.
She's polished, isn't she?
We actually go back, Danny. We went to high school together, and then we emceed a wedding together this year.
Did you really? Oh, tell us about that.
We did.
Well, Danny's so polished and awesome.
Yeah.
And I think you guys would probably have this too, is friends always ask you to MC weddings because you work in that sort of industry.
Yes.
But like, I'd get more petrified doing that than anything I do.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want to stuff up your friend's big day.
And when I rocked up sort of half-assed not half-assed, obviously I put in effort, but Danny was so polished and good, I was like, oh, far out.
No, I didn't mean to upstage you on the night. We were different styles. We
Yes,
worked
yeah.
well together.
Conflicting, yeah.
Well, the worst thing about when you actually have to MC a wedding is that you can't actually, get involved and enjoy the rest of the night like everyone else.
Yeah.
Until the formalities are all over.
Yeah.
And then by that stage, everyone else is just completely pissed.
Well,
and
he actually did it the other way around. He enjoyed himself too much before he
Oh,
got the
did
mic.
ya?
Oh,
Which
perfect.
is why the
well,
rest was history.
there you go. Clearly wasn't a good mate.
That's why it's
You stuffed the wedding up, didn't you?
I did stuff. It wasn't
Yeah.
only stuff up. If we move on Friday
Are
night.
your friends just quickly still together?
They're going great.
Yeah,
I think.
actually strong, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
That's right.
I think they had the contrast. They're like, guys, it gets a lot worse.
Yeah.
And that's this guy
Nah, give him
disheveled on
time.
stage. Yeah. But again, Danny, great job. On Friday night, guys, I did something a bit bad. So I used my Triple M pass to, check out a bit of the stuff going on behind the scenes. I wasn't working on Friday. You guys did a very good job.
All right.
BT's roaming BT.
Oh, one of the great segments, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people give it crap. I love it because 22 minutes of just roaming,
It's
doing
intimate.
whatever.
You
It's-
catch people
Yes.
off guard. It's
Yeah.
funny.
It is. It sets it up, and it takes a special human to do it. And I think it helps that he's gigantic too, which helps. Anyway, I snuck back. I was a little bit tipsy, whatever. Went down to the rooms, walked in, saw a couple of faces I knew, and they were like, "Hey, Josh, but someone's already here. You're not working." I was like, "It's all right." Melbourne team's running around. And then I was just standing there, and no roaming BT. They must have pulled the pin because Freo didn't win. Do you guys have any insight on that?
I actually have no idea. So were you trying to just get on and just have a little bit of
I rehearsed something.
Why don't you just go and just do Roman Josh? You should have had your camera to walk with people and go, "G'day, mate, this is Roman Josh here. What do you like in your pizza?"
Far out. Yeah, something tells me I would have got knocked out by the D's pretty quick, or kicked out rather. I was there. I was going to be do the thanks Basil, Brett Kurt to camera, a couple of things like if he came at me a certain way, I would have had a response. So I was really, really flat. I walked in there and then I eventually left because someone was like, "What are you doing here? Like, you haven't even got like a pen and paper or anything for journalism stuff." So that was the first flop of the week.
Keep it up your sleeve. I reckon there will be a time when roaming Mike and whatever his name is, BT, will be back again. So make sure you're prepared for it next time he comes.
I will be over prepared. The last thing this week, guys, have you ever had someone where they'd won something that you thought you were in on? Maybe you're at the races and there was a horse, you guys were all going back and forth and there was a win, and you thought you were in on it, whether it was like a dinner or something like that, and somehow you weren't included. Have you ever had anything like that?
Not off the top of my head, but I have heard, a few situations where people have won some money or bought someone a ticket and they've won money and then suddenly they haven't actually passed a bit of that money on or not told them that they actually won a prize when I think the unwritten rule is to at least, share or let them know, thank you,
Yeah, a
that
little
ticket
bit.
was a winner.
Danny, yourself? Or?
Oh, Instagram, when people tag you, to win a hotel stay or a trip down south, whatever. I was like, I got tagged in it, but I never went on it, and they won it. So it's like,
Are you serious? Someone actually wins those sometimes.
It has happened to me once before. It was like a, day spa thing down south at one of those retreats, and
Those
I was like
things
one of the
sound
3 friends tagged. Never
so
got an invite
dodgy.
to the actual weekend time.
We can spend a bit more time on this after because that's a real dog act. But this time we're in a tipping comp. It's a bunch of close friends. We've done it for a couple of years now. The guy in it this last year, Beers FC, he won the whole thing. He didn't just win us; he destroyed us. He won the whole state and won $50,000.
What?
Yeah, unbelievable. We were like, "Oh yes, thank you so much." It was so, and it was good because it was a really good story because he was COVID marriage messed up, and then they postponed rather. Anyway, but amongst the celebrations, there was talk of a potential, boys trip. Maybe a box at the Waffle, maybe a trip up to Broome. Just left the group chat.
He's
BSFC.
taken the 50,000
BSFC
and he's
just
gone.
bounced.
No one was asking for a share in the 50,000. It was more just put a bit aside to treat us all for the year that we've had tipping.
Who knows? We've done this together, and he even said it. Anyway, we're getting to the end of the footy tipping season this year, and BSFC is riding high again. I'm about 4 to 5 behind, depending on the week. And I was thinking, how can I get ahead legally? So I hired 4 psychics on Sunday. I filmed the whole thing. I wanted to get the most reputable one. Well, I should say 3 psychics, because one guy just rocked up because he saw the ad on Facebook. I said I'd give him $100, and this guy just rocked up anyway, and this is our interaction. So when did you start realising you had psychic abilities?
Oh, I'm not actually a psychic.
Okay, well, because the ad said we need psychics.
Yeah, I still give it a crack.
Okay. Do you watch much footy?
Yeah, a little bit here and there, yeah.
All right, well, may as well give it a go. So then I gave him the next 3 rounds of tips, and he proceeded. So
Yeah.
we're going to see how it goes, but just watch this space in the next coming weeks. Beers FC, we're coming for you. We've got reputable tipsters now.
Yes.
That bloke, though, the nerve on
I
him to
know.
just respond and take your cash, and then
Gone.
he wasn't even a psychic. But how do you know who's like? I could say I'm a psychic.
Well, Danny, now you're putting the tipping comp I've organised into disrepute. Well, the way I looked at it is if they're right, I win, and if they're wrong, then it proves that they're a load of crap.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway.
So I went away. We're all winning.